This time last year, it was so cold in the winter, and I really wanted to get out and shoot something, but I really didn't know what, even despite the cold. I didn't really have a certain niche that I fit into on YouTube, and so I didn't want to waste my time just going out and shooting something without having an idea of what I wanted to string together. So after playing around with a few ideas and trying different things, it wasn't until the end of last year that I really just discovered film photography, kind of just by chance. I didn't know that that was a thing. I didn't know that there was a large community of people that still shot film. I started watching like every YouTube video about film photography that came across my feed, and for whatever reason, I was hooked. I think today is actually going to be the day that I'm going to buy a film camera and some film, enjoying the film photography community. Just to show how much I didn't know about film photography to begin with, when we walked down to the antique shop to pick up these cameras, I remember like bringing it to the owner and saying, you know, where do you put the battery? I don't see a place to put the battery. He's like, dude, these are fully mechanical. You don't need a battery. So I never shot a camera that had endless battery life before, so that was cool. These are our OGs. This was the first one that we picked up. It's the Fed 2. I really just liked the look of it and wanted to use it and wanted to shoot it and put film in it. There ended up being a problem with this camera, more on that later. And this was the only one we were going to get. And then Angela saw this one and she was like, well, can we get this one too? So I was like, all right. We walked down to the ATM, got some more cash out, and walked away with 2 vintage cameras. We're just really excited initially to have them. Couldn't wait to get that film look that everybody is chasing after, and was just ready to shoot. All right, here we go, loading our very first roll, Kodak Gold.
You want to watch the video?
You want to learn how to do it?
Huh?
You want to learn how to do it?
Not the first time, I don't. Do I just click the button?
Yeah.
Huh? Or do I have to fix it?
Angela going for her very first shot. I mean, yeah, you have to expose and stuff.
Well, how do I know if it's exposed? I think it is.
Okay.
But I don't know. Which one do I move? I forgot how to do this. Teach me. I'm nervous. Why am I nervous? Why is it moving? Why are the buildings moving?
I think if you line them up, I think it's in focus. Here we go, very first film flick.
Alright, I think this is it. I don't know. I don't want to press the button.
Just press it.
There it goes.
Let's see it. Let's see what it looks like.
There you go.
The next couple of days we had walked around with our brand new film cameras, and it was just really a good time, just being out shooting together. What was really fun was just being able to shoot whatever caught our eye and not thinking too much about it. Oh yeah. One, two, three.
Did you hear that beautiful sound?
Sounds so good. Get the cat in the dumpster. You should get the dumpster.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Oh, 3 more to go.
3 more in Angela's roll, and then we can finally get these developed and see if we even got like a single good shot, I guess. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We're giving this first one like a trial run. So free do-over, free mulligan for us if they don't work out. Of course, we couldn't wait to see the results, and once we got our scans back, I remember there being 2 things that were good and 2 things that were bad that immediately stood out. Number 1 thing that was good was we did get the film look that we were after, obviously because they're film cameras. Number 2, one of the reasons why people still shoot film is the dynamic range, very broad range between highlight, shadows, and midtones, so that definitely didn't disappoint. The one thing that was disappointing, that's obvious in some of these pictures, at first I thought there were scratches on this camera lens, but thanks to some YouTube comments, found out that it was actually probably tiny holes in the curtains of this camera, so that's good to know. Pretty much stopped using that one after this first time. And the second thing that was disappointing was we realized, like, you still have to be good at photography. Like, you still have to know what light to shoot in. You still have to have a good subject, a good scene. You have to have a good composition. So film isn't magic. I guess that was the second thing that kind of jumped off the page. So we went out the next time, loaded up a fresh roll of Kodak Gold into this camera here, and early in the morning before the sun came up, because we wanted to get that good light and see what we could get then. And these probably would have turned out to be really good pictures, except for there's this common frequent occurrence that happens in my life. Gotta finish this roll. Gotta finish this roll, guys.
So that means you're gonna buy me another coffee?
Another coffee after this? I did get Red Bull. That was it. We had 2 more shots. Those are the last 2. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, that's the time that I overcranked the advance wheel on the camera and ripped all the film out of the canister after it's already exposed and had to roll it up by hand. But even though these photos got all messed up, the lab was able to save 22 out of the 36, and it kind of turned out kind of cool, I guess, if you're going for some certain stylized look. Since then, I've learned from that mistake and haven't done that again. Hopefully that'll never happen again. And I've stuck my hand in some black and white. That's been really fun to shoot, different challenge in different ways. And just recently I got into medium format. I think I've decided that I mainly want to shoot medium format this year, not only because you get the bigger negatives and more detail in the images, but also because I do like only having 10 shots per roll. You don't have to shoot the additional 26 and kind of somewhat wait or rush shots to go and get them developed and get your scans back. I can concentrate, take my time, have 10 good ones that I really want, and be done with it and move on to the next roll. Learning filmmaking and learning photography is one thing. Learning YouTube is a completely different thing. And ever since I've started making videos, I've been kind of learning both at the same time. So what I found is that in order to be consistent, there has to be 2 things. One is that you have to find a niche, which I've found in film photography. And number 2, you have to find something that's going to be sustainable over a long period of time. And that's another reason why I'm looking forward to more medium format this year, knocking out more videos, kind of rolling them out. I want to be able to vlog and just be creative and do the thing. You know, I've tried other things, didn't really find my fit. I tried street photography for a while. I still like street photography, but if you've ever tried it before, you know how just kind of weird and awkward it can be, especially at the beginning. So I didn't want to have to feel like anxiety every time I went out to use my camera. I wanted to have a good time every time I went out to shoot. So this is what film photography has afforded me to do, and I only see it growing from here, both for me and for everyone else. So if you're looking for something to get into, this is my high recommendation for 2024. Just go ahead and start now.